Welcome to the Enactus World Cup 2021, celebrating 20 years of Enactus World Cups.
Hundreds of Enactus teams work throughout the year on impact projects that often head into sustainable businesses and solutions that help solve some of the world's greatest challenges.
At Enactus, we believe that investing in students who take entrepreneurial action for others creates a better world for us all.
And that has resulted in significant action and impact throughout the year. Enactus has changed the lives of 72,000 students over the last year, and even through COVID, that has resulted in 926,500 people having access to healthier food and 1.7 million people with access to clean water and sanitation, and over 3 million people with improved health services.
For the planet, 700,000 people now have access to clean energy, and over 5 million tons of CO2 was reduced.
For prosperity, 3,800 new businesses were created, opening over 18,000 positions, and over 800,000 women were provided with new job skills.
So imagine multiplying that impact in the years to come, helping achieve the 17 Sustainable Development Goals together with rising business leaders dedicated to a greater purpose.
Enactus was built on a strong foundation 45 years ago as students in free enterprise and became Enactus at the Enactus World Cup 2012 in Washington, D.C. As we celebrate 20 years of the Enactus World Cup, we recognize the 34-year leadership of President and CEO Alvin Roars, and for the past 5 years, CEO and President Rachel Jarash. Here's a quick look at 20 years of Enactus World Cups.
After years of the Enactus program spreading around the world, it was clear that there was a need for a single event to bring together the best Enactus teams for a global competition. In 2001, the first Enactus World Cup was held in London. This event hosted 18 teams and brought together just over 400 people. After the first 4 World Cups were in Europe, the event moved to North America for the first time in 2005 in Toronto. The first Asian World Cup was held in 2008 in Singapore. The 2014 Enactus World Cup in Beijing saw 2 important milestones: 25,000 total participants and the 500th competing team. In 2015, the event went to Johannesburg for the first African World Cup. When the world shut down in 2020, the Enactus World Cup, scheduled for Utrecht in the Netherlands, pivoted successfully to be the first virtual Enactus World Cup. In total, over 700 teams have competed at the World Cup, and over 45,000 participants have attended the events. That's tens of thousands of passionate students and top business leaders from all corners of the world. Every step of the way, the event was a celebration of culture and excellence. It is a truly global event, with 12 countries hosting and over 50 participating. It was the reason that thousands of students got their first passport. It's played host to countless business deals and connections, and it has created lifelong friendships and cherished memories. Here's to 20 years of the Enactus World Cup. 20 years of competition, collaboration, and celebration. 20 years of passion on purpose.
Welcome to the World Cup 2021. Now to take us into the future, it is our pleasure to introduce the new president and CEO of Enactus, Robin Thurman.
24 years ago, while chopping tomatoes in a tiny, dimly lit kitchen in the basement of a simple church in my hometown, my life forever changed. An experiential education program at my university led me to that kitchen and the local leaders who cooked there every week to feed their hungry neighbors. Through that program and the spark I felt that day, I found my passion for solving social problems and discovered a career path of purpose. That moment in the kitchen led me to this one, speaking to you as the new president and CEO of Enactus as we close out the 20th annual Enactus World Cup. Moments like mine, and like the many we've shared together over the last several days, have the power to forever alter the world around us. And what a collection of moments we've had. This week, from an early stage team in France, I learned about an innovation that blew my mind. Worms can actually eat plastic waste. Through the power of social media, I felt deeply connected to the brilliance of the Enactus Moi West team, who are working to combat food insecurity in Kenya. Go Project AgriRaise. And I won't soon forget waking up early here in the United States to cheer on the announcement of the top 16 teams while watching from my home office in my pajamas. As the world's largest experiential education network, developing next-generation leaders prepared to change the world, Enactus catalyzes moments like those all year long, across 35 countries and more than 1,800 universities. And those moments last. Here are just a few examples from Enactus alumni. In Egypt, Karina Amin graduated from Cairo University in 2020 and has already supported more than 100 startups using the Enactus entrepreneurial spirit. In the United States, Benji Soto was introduced to Enactus by State University of New York Fredonia's faculty advisor, Dr. Sue McNamara. The curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking she sparked in Benji led to his first job after college on Walmart Labs' data and analytics team. Today, 5 years later, he is continuing to use the agile entrepreneurial mindset that Enactus helped catalyze in his role as product manager at Google, helping to make information more universally accessible and useful, perhaps for new problem solvers, just like him. Across the Atlantic at University College London, Julius Ibrahim's experience with Enactus served as the launchpad for Second Shot, a specialty coffee social enterprise he founded 6 years ago that trains, employs, and supports people affected by homelessness. Through Enactus, Julius had the opportunity to practice working with a team to achieve something big, skills he continues to use every day to make a difference in his community. And in Brazil, Enactus alum Luciana Cristina Silva owns Pepper Creativa, a sports marketing company. She integrates corporate social responsibility initiatives into her work because, as she said, Enactus has never left me. I take her into everything I do. On 6 continents, and soon Antarctica, more than 850,000 alumni are taking what they learned through their Enactus experiential education and continuing to put to work every day to make a better, more sustainable world. That's the power of Enactus. As a diverse network, we are striving to be locally rooted and globally informed, deeply connected to the campuses, communities, and countries in which we live and work, and collectively working to accelerate the pace of change through sharing ideas, insights, and innovations across boundaries. While much of my day is spent interacting across time zones with leaders around the world, there's a current Enactus team at Appalachian State University, just down the road from where I live, that is working to upcycle plastic waste into useful educational products. Their participation in a globally informed network means that they can learn from other teams competing in our race to rethink plastic and make change faster thanks to investment from our partner Ford Fund. At the same time, their locally rooted orientation led them to partner with local governments in our area to source raw materials that otherwise would be discarded. As a result, my community and my family personally benefit from their innovative work. This combination of local and global power is needed now more than ever. The COVID-19 pandemic has led to the first rise in extreme poverty in a generation. The proportion of the global population who are refugees has more than doubled since 2010. And the climate crisis continues, largely unabated. But we know that a different world is possible, and the 17 Global Sustainable Development Goals have set the bar for what we must achieve. Complex problems and achieving big goals like the SDGs require bold leadership. The good news? That's the kind that Enactus is catalyzing. Through our network, Enactus is preparing the diverse, impact-oriented, globally minded leadership we need now and in the future. And the data is telling us that the world needs more and more leaders like the ones you've seen at work this week. To meet that call, Enactus is innovating, being entrepreneurial, and looking to make an even greater impact, like all of you. In the year ahead, we will strengthen our network connections and partner with our 35 affiliated countries to increase the number of next-gen leaders who develop mindsets and skills needed to create real change. We will deepen our focus on connecting our extraordinarily talented, diverse students and our partners so that they all can continue to make an impact for a lifetime. And like so many of you have done, we will use lessons learned from the COVID-19 pandemic to innovate and reimagine how the Enactus World Cup can continue to be a powerful and inspiring event for the next 20 years and beyond. But we can't do any of this alone. In fact, the work of creating a better world has never been about just one organization or an individual pursuit. Enactus succeeds because of an ecosystem of so many different people, students, academics, business leaders, and others. Today, more than 550 corporations, foundations, and individuals invest in Enactus to support our vision of next-gen leaders charting the way. Thank you for engaging in the Enactus World Cup. I hope you've been inspired to do even more, to use your passion on purpose to support Enactus's work and invest in students who take entrepreneurial action for others to create a better world for us all. I'm so grateful for the new opportunity to lead this organization, and most importantly, to learn from all of you. As we kick off a year-long celebration of the 20th anniversary of the Enactus World Cup, I know that our best moments are ahead. Thank you.
Inspiring words from Robin Furman. Enactus reserves a special place for those who have made a significant contribution to the mission of Enactus. Please watch this video about a very special recipient.
Hi Judy, my dear sister from Australia. My admiration and thanks to you can best be summarized in 3 I's. The first I is the inspiration that you bring to the entire Enactus community around the world. The second I is the I immense joy you bring to people around you. And the third I is the incredibly wise woman power and dedication that you are.
Judy,
Thanks.
I enjoyed working with you since 2011, and I really can't tell you how happy I am to know a friend like you. You're a big win for Enactus. This is not goodbye. The world is too small and sure we'll catch you through emails and WhatsApp. I'm really blessed to have you with us. You're a friend and a sister to all of us. Thank you for everything, and really I wish you all the best in life.
Judy, on behalf of Enactus Canada and the entire Enactus community, I want to thank you for your incredible years of service to the organization. You have helped create thousands of socially conscious young leaders who will go on to change the world. But it's so much more than that. Your commitment and dedication has been felt by academic leaders, partners, and most definitely by the Enactus country staff and leaders all around the world. Your leadership has impacted us all, and we are grateful. Grateful for your passion, for your positive attitude, for your kindness and your warmth, and definitely grateful for your good old Aussie sense of humour. I look forward to seeing you in person soon, sharing a glass of champers together and raising a toast to you. Congratulations, Judy.
The announcement of the Enactus World Cup champion and the best of show for the 77 Second Film Fest and the People's Choice is coming up soon.
Can't wait. But earlier today, we spoke to the global race winners of Enactus. From hundreds of teams competing throughout the year, the finals were held this week. It was close and exciting right to the 2021 finish line.
In the One Race for Oceans, aligned with Global Goal 14, Life Below Water, this project that rose to the top to win is Leher from Sri Ram College of Commerce in India.
Out of 138 teams, out of 138 teams aligned with Global Goal 13, the winner of the Race for Climate Action is the Project Arth from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi in India.
And from 136 teams working on recycling and rethinking plastics, in a very close finale yesterday, is the winning Project Duriya from Sri Guru Gobind Singh College of Commerce, India.
And from the starting line of 2016, the races have taken off. From one race to end waste and the World Water Race, we now have 4 races to take us from 2021 to 2022 and more to come as we head towards the 2030 global goals.
The global races powered by Enactus are committed to support the 2030 global goals. If you would like to be a race sponsor and drive action and impact for the world, right along with next-gen leaders and powerful partners, well, there's a place for you with us at Enactus.
If you're committed to impact in environment, social, and governance, there's a place for you at Enactus.
You can multiply your impact with us. Se puede multiplicar su impacto con nosotros. Just reach out to philanthropy@enactus.org.
Now at the Enactus World Cup 2021, we welcome a dedicated champion of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, an outspoken leader, and 2-time recipient of the Global Champion of Enactus. Here now is Dr. Lord Michael Hastings.
Well, my friends at Enactus, World Cup 2021, passion on purpose. Another year, 2021 will be one of those amazing history years. For one strange reason, 3 billionaires, Bezos, Branson, and Musk, combined, spent 30 minutes circling the edge of the Earth, a gripping, compelling sight, seeing the Earth from space, and together they plunged $50 million into this super ride of indulgent extremes. They will go down in history, or maybe up in history for it. They skimmed the surface of the Earth, but did they look very deeply? I'm all for advances in science and technology, in innovation, and in adventure. But if they just had a pair of binoculars or maybe a telescope, and they had looked behind and beyond the happiness, they'd see the extra 200 million people this year in 2021 now battling extreme starvation and disease, adding to the 800 million people in 2020 left behind. 1 billion people now added to because of COVID, without the day-to-day ease of water or food or decent shelter or clean sanitation. This week, my good friend, Governor David Beasley, the former governor of South Carolina in the United States, received the Nobel Peace Prize. That Nobel Peace Prize was for the World Food Program, the world's largest, continuing, determined intergovernmental effort to ensure that the people in the world on the edge of need receive that need met. He pointed out that if you look at the huge increased profits of just those three remarkable billionaires in the course of the last year, all of that increased profit could have solved the massive increased starvation and hunger. Adventure is a powerful, remarkable thing. We all long to be out there with our hearts pulsating with something fascinating and gripping, and where our eyes are alive with what we see. Yesterday, a wonderful person called Andrea Marcato from Italy won the 3,100-mile world's longest certified race. It took place in New York City, running 2 marathons a day over the course of, and just getting, by the way, 5 hours sleep. The organizers claim that 49 people completed the race. They ran around a square in New York, a half-mile block in Queens, 5,649 times. Isn't that amazing? 5,649 times around the same square. Well, yes, they got the accolade for winning the world's longest race, 3,100 miles. But rather than just circling problems or staring at problems, all of us are challenged to engage with issues, with the reality of the world that we see in front of us, not the fantasy of the world we wish we could live with. I'm taken by the challenges of every day. And one of the people who I admire so very greatly, whose wisdom has shaped our world, is Professor Yunus. Now, we've had him at Enactus before. He founded the Grameen Bank. The Grameen Bank became the model of microfinance, how to establish ways for mainly women, because they're very, 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 very good at paying back, much better than men. Let's note that. But mainly women whose responsible financial commitment has empowered businesses right across the whole of the Southern world, and interestingly, even now, operating in the United States. Microfinance, microbanking is all about setting people free. He said something incredibly powerful. You have a choice, he said. You can live in a world already built, or you can build the world you want to live in. That's the choice you and I really have in front of us. Not just to stare at the world from space and go, wow, or run around a square and go, wow, exhausted, but to look with our own eyes at the reality of the world before us, with its pain and its pressure, as much as with its gain and its glory. Every day should be a day we give thanks for life and breath, but every day is a day we also grab hold of this most profound of all challenges, to face finding solutions. That's what you do as Enactus students. Today, I read a very important article in the Times newspaper here in London, in the United Kingdom, an article written by a leading businessman called James Timpson. And he says this about what's important for us as we step into the future as entrepreneurs, as leaders. He says the most important part of leadership is being kind. It's a sign of weakness. You can still be commercial and good to people at the same time. I like my bosses to be kind to everybody they come across. It helps when you have a strong strategy, but to be kind is to be human whose heart beats for the future. That's what I wish for you. Go well into it. Stare at reality get your hands dirty.
Dr. Lord Michael Hastings, love hearing from him. Now with 2030 vision, the 77-second Film Fest started in 2017 within Enactus countries. The fest has been fast to scale globally, and these short films have focused the action and impact that is locally rooted, globally informed. In 2022 and well into the future, the fest will expand to include stories of students and the lives that have been changed for good. And this year, from 197 entries, we are pleased to recognize the People's Choice Award of the 77-Second Film Festival. From a total of 40,724 votes in the festival overall, the People's Choice for Passion and Impact in the Enactus Global Races goes to Project Palash from Aryabhata College in India. And the People's Choice for Passion in Early Stage Projects goes to Sugam from Jesus and Mary College in India. Congratulations.
Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations, everybody. Winners were also selected in juried categories of the Impact Film in the One Race for Oceans, Race to Rethink Plastic, and Race for Climate Action. Those winners are available on the 77-Second Films page here on the Enactus World Cup platform following today's session.
Every second counts for the Best in Show. Now for the Advanced Stage Impact Best of the 77-Second Film Fest. Congratulations to the team from India, Hans Raj College, for their 77-second film for Vriddhi. Congratulations, amazing. Here is a look at the impact of Project Vriddhi.
Delhi is reeling on a severe air pollution right ahead of Diwali.
India is one of the countries hit hardest by the global climate crisis. The situation is worsening day by day. In November 2019, the air quality levels of Delhi, the capital of India, rose to dangerously high levels. Majority of this pollution was due to stubble burning, the practice of setting fire to crop residue practiced by farmers. To convert ash into opportunity, Enactus Hansraj came up with Project Vriddhi, an initiative conceptualized to curb stubble burning by utilizing it for productive purposes. Currently functioning under 3 diverse verticals. Tabdeel aims at uplifting the farmers by acquainting them with stubble-based mushroom cultivation. Shilpkari aims at reviving the Indian handicrafts industry by producing stubble-made handicrafts and fostering financial independence among rural women. Nirman, our third vertical, addresses the issue of open defecation by establishing low-cost toilets made of stubble bowls. Our latest addition, Restove, aims to replace traditional cook stoves with eco-friendly biogas plants. With an unflinching zeal to tackle the ever-growing problem of air pollution, we have so far stopped burning of 624 tons of stubble, prevented 911 tons of carbon dioxide emissions, while impacting 200 plus farmers, 50 plus women, and 100 slum families. With this spirit in mind, we dream, we believe, we achieve. We are Enactus Hansraj.
Congratulations to Hans Raj College, and honorable mentions to the festival runners-up, Kiro Rimal College, India, the University of Missouri, Kansas City, EBI, France, as well as Project DRA. Now every Enactus student can enter the brand new category of the 77-Second Film Fest, The Story of You. It's all about your student journey of passion on purpose, even if it's just beginning. Because from here, you can go anywhere.
There are many new opportunities this year. Go to the student page here on the Enactus World Cup platform. You can find a mentor and advance your career choices thanks to EY.
And don't miss the new World Class series on the 11th and 16th of November. Sign up now for the interactive master courses that start with best-selling author and storytelling coach Mathaina Brightful, and one of the top vocal coaches in the world, Roger Love, who I had a chance to work with just a few weeks ago.
Wow, that's cool. There's a lot to love. Sign me up. This is a great way for all students and creators to collaborate and amplify their voices in the world. You can also join the KPMG Hackathon for innovative ideas on economic inclusion coming up in January. that you won't want to miss. This is not the way of the old hacks. This is next-gen hacks. Go to the student page here on the EWC platform and sign up for all the new creative opportunities while you can still get in. Heck yeah.
A special hello to all the EWC watch parties happening right now. Hey, keep watching and keep sharing EWC 2021 through November 21. It's all good. And many of you have been with us from the opening day of the Enactus World Cup when we featured for the first time the fresh early stage projects. For new teams working on early stage projects right now, you will be very happy to know Enactus will continue to shine the light on early stage startups and help advance your projects throughout the upcoming 2022 Enactus National Event Season and right into the next World Cup.
Also true in 2022, the Ford College Community Challenge will continue in the theme of making lives better. They will support Enactus teams that are building sustainable communities, driving social mobility, and changing the way people move through smart mobility.
That's right. Here is an Enactus team who has taken an exemplary approach this year with Ford C3 support and moved a mountain of plastic deep in the mountains of Appalachia. We are pleased to share this project with you now. They represent many Ford C3 teams co-creating impact. So take a look.
C6 Appalachian is a plastics upcycling initiative that works with local businesses to collect excess high-density polyethylene plastic and create products that address both environmental and social needs. So far, our team has eliminated 1 ton of plastic waste from our community by creating products like touchless door openers and lunch trays for local schools. Our business has provided students with invaluable leadership roles that have helped them gain internships and full-time jobs. Additionally, C6 was granted $25,000 from the Ford Motor Company Fund, allowing us to further expand our operations. The impact of C6 Appalachian is not just measured by the amount of plastic used and CO2 emissions prevented, but the lives and communities that have been affected. C6 Appalachian pushes consumers and competitors to be more innovative with materials that may not seem valuable, but inherently hold infinite potential. In a perfect world, there wouldn't be any plastic waste. But until we get there, Enactus Appalachian will fight to ensure that plastic is being repurposed into products that emulate our passion for a better world. Thank you for your time, and
we are.
We are.
We are.
We are.
We are.
We are.
We are Enactus Appalachian.
Thank you to App State and to all the Enactus teams worldwide working with Ford Motor Company. Here now is Mike Schmidt from the Ford Motor Company Fund.
Wow, this has been an exciting week. What a fantastic and inspiring group of social entrepreneurs. My name is Mike Schmidt, Director for Education and Global Community Development at the Ford Motor Company Fund, which is a philanthropic arm of Ford Motor Company. We work in over 50 countries around the world to make people's lives better by driving social and economic mobility for all to pursue their own path, keeping the road to a better future open to everyone who dreams of moving forward. At Ford Fund, we believe that social entrepreneurship is a powerful way to drive transformational change and address urgent community needs. And there may be no better example of this than our ongoing partnership with Enactus. 8 years ago, Ford and Enactus joined together to expand the Ford College Community Challenge program, called Ford C3. Today, we are running the C3 program in 11 global markets. We've supported over 3,000 Enactus students in launching 139 social enterprises that have had a positive impact on over 300,000 people around the world. And it's really been incredible to witness the passion and the drive of social entrepreneurs like you around the world, making a difference everywhere, and we're excited for what's to come. It's really this passion and the caliber of students that we've seen that have led us to create the Ford Better World Award, which provides $90,000 to the Ford-winning World Cup teams to help scale and sustain their social enterprise projects. By emerging as winners of this incredibly high-level World Cup competition, We hope that this funding will help them take their impact to the next level. So on behalf of Ford Motor Company Fund, I want to thank each and every one of you for your commitment to our shared mission to make this world a better place. Congratulations to all of the teams for making it this far. You know, we're just as anxious as you are to find out the winners of this year's Ford Better World Award, so without further ado, here are the finalists.
Many thanks to Ford Motor Company Fund for being such a great driver of action and impact at Enactus. Last year, several Enactus teams received grant money to turn innovative concepts into measurable action to help communities through COVID. We are excited to announce Ford Motor Company Fund is committed to doing the same this year, starting today, and will provide 10 teams with grants of $5,000 US.
It was at the Enactus World Cup in London in 2018 that Ford Motor Company Fund first provided the Ford Better World Award. Ford Motor Company and Ford Motor Company Fund have been dedicated partners thanks to their excellent leadership team.
Right, and this year, the Ford Motor Company Fund, together with Enactus, added the new Ford Share Award. Now, this is a monetary award given to one of this year's 32 national champion teams. The Ford Share Award is selected by the Enactus World Cup champion team to promote further impact and collaboration. So here's a question. Who do you think will win the Ford Share Award, and who will be the Enactus World Cup champion?
Ooh, those are great questions. From the Enactus teams, creating a positive impact across 1,800 college and university campuses from this year's 32 Enactus countries, we have gone from the top 16 to the final 4, and now we're about to find out who the World Cup champion is.
Uh-oh.
There they are. I see them up there. All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I need to tell you about this. So many staff here at Studio 78 Kearney have been up around the clock for the last week. The teams have been through audits at their country levels. The results have been tabulated and verified by KPMG.
Thank you so much, KPMG. Now, here again are your top 4 Enactus teams in the order that they presented earlier. Representing Tunisia is the Enactus team from Institute of Higher Commercial Studies of Carthage. And representing Egypt is the Enactus team from October 6 University.
All right. And representing the United Kingdom is the Enactus team from University of Southampton. And representing Canada is the Enactus team from Wilfrid Laurier University.
Who will the Enactus World Cup champion be? Remains to be seen. Now, we will be handed the name of the second place team and the World Cup champion team. Why, thank you. And we will all know in just 15 seconds and counting. Stay tuned.
This is the Enactus World Cup 2021. Yep. We can't wait to be together again live.
All right, from the final 4 Enactus teams representing Tunisia, Egypt, the United Kingdom, and Canada. Let me have a look at this card. The runner-up, taking second place at the Enactus World Cup 2021, is the team from Wilfrid Laurier University, representing Canada.
Look at them. Great job. Congratulations to the runner-up, second place Enactus team from Canada. Well done. Now, from the teams representing Tunisia, Egypt, and the United Kingdom. Let's see. It is now time for the Enactus World Cup champion. Are you ready? Are you ready? Congratulations to the Enactus World Cup champion team, October 6 University from Egypt. Amazing. You did it. Well deserved. Congratulations to October 6th University from Egypt. You've worked hard all year, and your team has been working through COVID. Now, I want to ask you a few questions. How did your team hold together through all of this? I love it.
It's hard to get back together.
Catch your breath.
After you've been celebrating. Let's ask the question again.
So you've been working hard even through COVID. How did your team hold together through all of this?
Our team, and I'm saying this in full pride, our team has pulled together trying to facilitate in a way that we would accommodate with all the COVID precautions, and at the same time manage our time specifically to yield as much impact as possible. We couldn't have done it with all our supporters and sponsors. We couldn't have done it, of course, with our beneficiaries that have been more than cooperative to help us even during these times. I would like to thank everybody from Enactus Egypt, and I'd like to thank all the other Enactus Egypt teams that have actually pushed us and motivated us to bring our best during our tough times.
I love to hear that. Everyone working together. Now, oh, we missed that. Now, from hundreds of teams working all year to create impact, you've come a really long way. You're champions now. So what does the future hold for you?
Could you, I'm sorry, everybody's very excited here. Could you repeat
We want
the
to
question?
know what, now that you're champions, what does the future hold for you? What's next?
We look forward to actually expanding our very scalable project to making sure that everybody with water hyacinth or the Nile rose in Egypt and everywhere else that can possibly benefit from our project, to obtain it, to have this kind of hub that would actually support their economy and support the people that are suffering from the water hyacinth as a very invasive aquatic plant. We also look forward to innovating with other teams or innovating with any other sponsor that's willing to support us and to push forward with our innovation. And I really do hope that we get to see everybody once again for the next years.
Yeah, you all are a great inspiration. It's inspiring to us and then also to people around the world. I also think of the people that like maybe are starting out early stage. What words of encouragement do you have for the thousands of new Enactus students this year?
I would say starting seems scary, but whatever it is you're starting, it works out. Just push forward and it works out. That's how we did it. I believe everybody can do that.
Exactly right. You're leading the way for everyone. Now, Jeff, as you know, Ford Motor Company Share Award is here to advance impact and to embrace collaboration and inclusion. This is a very special moment because the winning team from Egypt can now choose one of the 32 Enactus National Champion teams to receive the Ford Motor Company Share Award. So it's up to you. This is your moment, Egypt. Who have you chosen? And tell us why.
I think as a team,
the team from Ghana. The team from Ghana. Why is that?
we've seen we were inspired personally by the amount of work that they put into it, and we thoroughly believe that Ghana, with the right push from Ford, could do something magical.
I 100% agree. Many, many, many congratulations. Not the least of which is because my birthday is October 6th, by the way.
That's perfect.
So this is a synergy here. Congratulations. Amazing. And here is a special shout out to all the EWC watch parties. Hello. Keep sharing the EWC and don't miss the opportunities that are happening right now on the student page.
Share the Enactus World Cup 2021 now through November 21st. Yes, you can send your friends and family to enactus.org/World Cup. Have more watch parties on purpose and connect with other passionate global citizens right here now through November 21st.
So get on your social game with hashtag Passion on Purpose. Celebrate 20 years of Enactus World Cup mojo. Share the Enactus World Cup 2020 with everyone. Tell them Egypt is a champion. They did it this year. Thank you to all the Enactus dedicated partners, all the contributors, country leaders, academic advisors, alumni, and the Enactus staff and board members from around the world. Of course, thank you to Empire Entertainment and the studios at 78 Kearney Point.
Also, thank you, next-gen leaders, creators, social innovators for helping create a better, more sustainable world. This is the Enactus World Cup 2021. I'm Jeff Houghton.
And I'm Adesina Sanchez. On behalf of everyone at Enactus around the world, thank you. Let's make it possible to live in a world where we all win. As the world experiences the crushing effects of COVID and the variances that continue to drive us to think and act differently, Enactus students, staff, teams, academic and business leaders have worked harder than ever to champion entrepreneurial action to help create a better, more sustainable world.
The best leaders have a high degree of humility, humanity, empathy, compassion.
A showcase of the early stage projects is today. It's the startup energy, the spark of the big ideas and innovation that everyone should experience.
I really love the volume of research that's pretty evident through your presentation.
At Enactus, we believe investing in students who take entrepreneurial action for others creates a better world for us all.
Next-gen leaders can rise and create change thanks to those who believe investing in students who take entrepreneurial action for others creates a better world for us all.
Let's go to a very specific part on alternative protein.
We're looking at food not just for calories, we're looking at nourishment, and we're looking at wellness and health and well-being. We're looking at making sure that that's sustainable, and we're looking at making sure that we're reducing food waste.
My vision for the future used to be limited. Now, I find myself seeking to create a career where I will be able to make strong social outcomes.
Action with Africa will be open to all the Enactus teams who are running their projects across Africa.
Even if you don't have the answer, even if you don't have it all figured out, even if you don't know how you're going to measure the outcomes of it, just go do.
If you need a coach or a mentor, or just simply seek one out, that means you're doing it right.
My involvement in Enactus is really to help people communicate more emotionally instead of word-based primarily.
From early stage to world races,
Our team has eliminated 1 ton of plastic waste from our community by creating products like touchless door openers and lunch trays for local schools.
This year, the Enactus World Champion will share a portion of their winning with another team they select, all thanks to the addition of the Ford Share Award.
By creating unforgettable impact for your communities, you are true champions of Enactus. It is your passion on purpose that makes all the difference.
We provide fresh produce to those students and families most in need.
The main component of animal food in Tunisian market is imported. Soy and corn are the core of the problem.
Our feed includes 18% more protein and 15% more fiber than the feed normally used.
To replace the over 20 billion non-recyclable toothpaste tubes produced globally every year, we created Smile Tabs.
All of us are challenged to engage with issues.
Together, we can show the world who we are, the impact we've made, and the community we thrive in.
I know that our best moments are ahead.
passion is at core of our lives.
Passion on purpose.
I found my passion for solving social problems and discovered a career path of purpose.
This is the Enactus World Cup 2021. Yep. We can't wait to be together again live.